Swan sat at a corner table, dressed to be invisible, as he always was on a night when there was killing to be done. Pulse of hip-hop, flash of bling. Sweaty dancers jerking to the antic beat. 100 shouted conversations, all going unheard. Most of the patrons were young and stoned. The girls underfed, the boys wiry and hard, showing off piercings, shaved heads, elaborate tats. He sat away from the dance floor, a glass of melting ice near his hand. No one joined him. He projected an aura that deterred company. He wore a tan jacket over a black t-shirt, a functional outfit, nondescript. No one would look at him or remember him. No one knew that he was on the job, and his job was death. Swan had a long acquaintance with death. He had taken many lives for many reasons, and sometimes for not much of a reason at all. The way the world worked, you could suffer, or you could make others suffer. Only a saint or a crazy man, he didn't see much difference, would choose the first alternative. Swan understood one rule in life, and it was not the golden rule. Know what you want and take it. He shifted in his chair, tightening his biceps and forearms, enjoying the clench of corded muscle. His body was lean and tough like boiled leather, crisscrossed with ropes of scar tissue. He'd taken a bullet once, been nicked by many blades, but he still had all his parts. He felt fine. A good hump always left him calm and alert. Only fools practiced celibacy before a big game, and tonight he was playing the biggest game of his life. Earlier this evening, he'd found a whore and brought her to his motel room. The room was a grimy hole, like 1,000 others he had known. Pungent odors hung in the stale air. The rug was tracked with wear and stained with unidentifiable spills. The TV got a handful of satellite channels and a decent variety of pay-per-view porn. A mouse lived in the walls. He heard it at night when he lay in bed. It made scrabbling sounds, a small scurrying thing. He'd been in worse places. Before long, he would be someplace better. The whore was businesslike and thorough. Only once did she flinch and pull away, when she saw the snake. As a general rule, he was careful not to give himself any identifying marks. The snake was an exception. It had cost him a lot of pain because it was inked on the shaft of his cock, a jet-black python that arched and elongated when he got hard. He'd acquired it in a tat parlor in Nogales after gulping enough Viagra to remain erect throughout the application. Later, he'd bought a woman and broken in his newly tricked-out equipment. Snaked her, you could say. Since that day, many women had met the snake, but none had ever asked what it meant to him. He'd long since stopped expecting the question. People were incurious. They shuffled through life with blinkered eyes, brought every kind of misery on themselves, and never knew how or why. The sleepwalkers, the shambling dead. Swan wasn't one of them. He was wide awake. He avoided alcohol and heavy meals, drank a great deal of coffee, and supplemented it with Adderall and Provigil, brain-boosting meds. He used breath control and mnemonic tricks. If there was a science of alertness, Swan was its test subject. He was determined never to relax, never to fall into lethargy and complacency, to always be 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps ahead. In the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man was king, and Jack Swan had both eyes open. His phone vibrated against his thigh. He knew who it was before answering. Just 2 people had this number, and only one would be calling tonight. Impatiently, he listened to the voice on the other end, pressing the phone close to his ear. "I told you," he interrupted. "It's going down. Just chill." He closed the phone. His employer sounded worried. He ought to be. Things weren't going to work out precisely as agreed. He stared across the nightclub at the slim, gyrating figure who was, as always, the center of attention. Looking at her, he saw his destiny. A peculiar thought for him.